We love it when some of our favorite things come together to make something even better. And that's exactly what is at the heart of the two-time Grammy-nominated duo Black Violin, who merges classical music with some hip-hop pulse. And this group is actually going to be hitting Wharton Center stage on April 30th. But joining us right now to share some of the secrets of the show is Kev Marcus, one of the group members and creator. Welcome into Studio 10.
Thank you so much. It's great being here. Thank you for having me.
Well, we are happy to have you. It looks like you are joining us from your tour bus, so we appreciate you taking out the time of your busy day. But let's kind of ride back nearly 30 years ago, going back to your roots. So how did Black Violin simply kind of begin as a friendship at school?
Yeah, Will and I, we met in high school, first day of school, and we met in orchestra class, and we had both at the time we were violists, so we met in orchestra with violas in our hands. And we was always cool. We had a very tight orchestra, so everyone in our orchestra, some of your viewers might remember like being in a choir or in a band or something like that. It was like very tight knit. And Will and I were always cool. We were competitive because we played the same instrument. So, but we pushed each other to go further and further. And then it kind of culminated in college. We both got back together after getting full scholarships to FIU and Florida State, respectively. Got back together and we started kind of combining hip hop and classical, and people were really kind of floored by it. So we just kind of try to figure out how to make this the thing that we do. So, and then now 20 years later of creating Black Violin, here we are.
No, I love that because, some friendships and some competitiveness is good to have. And of course, it all kind of comes together so to drive you to be the best that you can be. And, you both are among the best, being nominated for a Grammy twice. So how have you been really able to master your sound over the years?
I mean, it's really starts off with a combination of like very kind of refined classical music, kind of old traditional classical. That's how we approach the classical side. And then we just mix it with like hard hitting hip hop and pop beats, At the beginning, we were just doing covers. Like 20 years ago, we were playing like 50 Cent songs, Destiny's Child songs, that type of stuff. And then it morphed into us creating our own music and creating our own energy, but based off of the same tempos of classical and hip hop. And the thing about classical is that most people love the violin. They love the sound of it. They really, really respect the discipline that goes into being able to do it well. So if you take that and you put it on something that they know and recognize in a form that they recognize, it seems like a kind of a match made in heaven that should have been there. It's like peanut butter and jelly, but like they didn't know they deserved each other until today. And that's basically what Black Violin is. Classical hip hop is peanut butter and jelly, but they didn't really meet until Black Violin got together. So that's sort of the description of what we are sonically and what we're trying to present.
Oh, now I'm hungry for some peanut butter and jelly, but I'm even more excited to see you both on stage. And as we mentioned, you're on that tour bus, making your way around the country and of course stopping in East Lansing next week. So what can we expect when you stop into town?
By the time we get to you, the album should be out. It's called Full Circle, and it's celebrates 20 years of us. And it's like we have an album with 10 songs on it, and it feels very much like the 10 songs we did on our first album. So it's sort of, that's what we called it, Full Circle. It's like almost like a graduation of sorts, and taking what we were and now 20 years later seeing what it is now. So we'll be performing that. Also doing some work with with kids in the community as usual, and I believe we also are doing a kids performance in the morning in East Lansing. So it's a full community day event really, with 2 shows and kids involved, and being able to give back and hopefully show them that anything is possible. Just chase whatever it is that you love.
Yes, and we are so glad that you are able to do that. You are truly making a difference in both the students and the community's lives. So thank you so much for doing that. And of course, joining us here on Studio 10, and safe travels to Michigan, Kev. But you viewers at home, remember you can see him and the Black Violin over at Wharton Center on Wednesday, April 30th. That ticket information is right on your screen.